everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Woohoo! So for our first task, we need to do this. We have an only connect. So have a look at these. Look at the adjective, a determiner, adverbials of time, and a coordinating conjunction. Have a look, see whether you get it right. Pause, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here are the answers. Adjective, that crackle, that sizzle, that explode, that glow. Determiner, A and the my. Remember, that determiner is a part of like a sentence. That is a determiner. The is a determiner. A is a determiner. Adverbials of time, we should know this because although it's not a fronted adverbial, it is the same thing. It's just that it doesn't go at the front. So it's not called a fronted adverbial, it's called an adverbial of time and a coordinating conjunction. Okay, so this is something that obviously like links to sentences. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at starting to write our instructions, our actual instructions, our firework instructions, okay? So to do this, we need to go through, we went through yesterday about maybe the ingredients we might need, possibly what we might call it. And so we're going to have a little bit more of a look at that. Look at the equipment we might use. And so you're then going to do your writing. You're going to do the first bit. You'll do that title, those subheadings and the details for those subheadings. And then on Thursday, we're going to look at writing those actual details for your actual instructions for fireworks. Okay, so I stop presenting. You should be able to see my page. Lovely. Okay, so first off, what I need to be thinking about is my title. So think about what a firework does. It crackles, doesn't it? It sizzles. It glows. There was some beautiful text and description, wasn't there? Like somersaults, tumbling demons, all those types of words. Okay, so think about your firework and what you want it to kind of do, and maybe think of a title. It might be what the ingredients you include as well. Some of you have started to combine your ingredients, so you might have put some rhino horn with some tiger fur and then created a new ingredient. So it's totally up to you as to what you do with that. Okay, so we need to think about our equipment. Okay, so we're thinking about the science behind this really, and what you'd need as the equipment for a scientific experiment. So you'd need fire. We talked about fire needing that. So a Bunsen burner is what you need. So a Bunsen burner looks a little bit like this, and it has a tube that attaches to gas. Little tap. And then you've got your little fire. Okay, so that would be my Bunsen burner. Okay, Bunsen burner. Okay, and we also really talked about needing maybe some scales. So this is our equipment. Okay, so here we're thinking about our title. Here we're thinking about our equipment. So we might need some scales. We might need some weights. We talked about maybe needing like a teaspoon of something or a tablespoon. You might need something to mix it. So maybe a sort of like a spoon in general. Not for measuring, because this is for measuring. This is for, stirring maybe. You might need a measuring jug. So if you're working with some form of liquid that you're going to put into it, you might need a measuring jug. Okay, you might need a beaker. So this, a beaker, is something that has kind of a little lip, and then it might have like some measuring here. So this would be like a beaker. They come in different sizes. So you could also have like a measuring tube, so bigger thing. So again, it's got those measuring bits in, but it's more like a tube. Okay, so you could have a measuring jar, beaker, you could have a tube or a measuring tube, couldn't you? Okay, measuring tube. What else would we need? You might need something to stick it together, so you might need some glue. Okay, and equipment-wise, we also need some string, because we talked about needing string for the being able to light it. Okay, and then I want you to think about your ingredients and think about maybe having a go at drawing them and labeling. Okay, so we're doing diagrams that might go in your instructions. Your instructions might want diagrams to help you, okay, to help the other person who's reading them to see what they're doing. So if we had something like our scorpion oil, what would that look like? Well, it might come in a little tube like this. I'm going to put a cork in it. And there it is, it's got a label on it. So this is like my scorpion oil, okay? You might have some Komodo dragon claws, okay? So I might have some claws. I might have some rhino horn shavings. So when I mean like shavings, they would be sort of like little kind of like shavings like this. Little shavings, okay? Little shavings. Some of it you might have ground, okay, to add into a bit of like a powder. So we might have the powder of a tiger, let's say a tiger's tooth. A tiger's tooth. So you might need to have almost like a picture of like a little bowl with your kind of like powder in it. It's my powder. So thinking about shavings, thinking about claws, we're thinking about powder, thinking about oil, so some form of liquid, okay? So we're really thinking about it and about what we could do with our ingredients and how they could be used, okay? There was also shimmering coins. Shimmering coins, so you could have your coins. Shimmering coins. You could have, what else was there? If you want to just put something like sulfur in there, we had talked about sulfur, didn't we? So that again could be like a little powder, maybe in a bowl, little powder. Okay. And then as an extension, as an extra bit, you could think about what your firework looks like on the outside. Okay, so it could be sort of like this. So there's a firework and my little, it could, if it, you could think about how it might become a Catherine wheel type thing. My drawings are very bad. You are going to do so much better than this, okay? Do something like that. What else could I do? Yeah, so it's up to you. This is what you're going to end up having, almost like a piece of work like this. So I can see my title up here. So I've got my title, I've got my equipment, And then here I've got my ingredients, okay? You don't want too many ingredients there, okay? You probably want sort of like 6, maybe, between 5 and 10 ingredients. You don't want too many. It depends how much you've got of each as well. So what, so I might have like 5 shimmering coins. I might have 100 grams of my tiger's tooth. I might have 2 claws. I might have to have 1 teaspoon of my scorpion oil. I might have a pinch of shavings. And here I might have, this might be my main ingredient, so it might be like 500 grams sort of thing, okay? So that is the type of piece of work you are going to come up with, okay? So it can either be completely neat, you can then do a neat version, or you can do a bit of a scribbly version. Either one is absolutely fine, okay? Because on Thursday, we're going to be writing it up, all of it properly, okay? As long as I see that you have got and you have thought about a title. So you've got a title for your firework. You've got your equipment list that you're going to use. You have got your ingredients, okay? So on Thursday, so tomorrow, we're going to discuss about what you could do with these and how you could mix them. Maybe you're going to burn them. Maybe you're going to ground them into a powder. Maybe you're going to boil them so they end up becoming some form of liquid. Okay, so we're going to chat about that on Thursday. So you can start thinking about that when you're doing this. You could think about that a little bit, maybe, but we'll do that on Thursday. Okay, but for today, this is the type of thing that I would expect. And if you want to write it up in neat, absolutely fine. Okay, so any questions, please let me know, and I will speak soon.